These days, always in the haze, yet the x-ray says there's nothing to be seen. I find myself in a real daze, staring out the window panes like it's some sort of sick game. And I know that's a lame cliche, but the truth of the matter is I don't know how to do this charade anymore, because the only feeling that seems to stay and stick around is a malaise, which is a word learned at school. A nice middle-class pool with teachers who wore shirts to cover their aversion to the version of themselves they became. I was raised middle-class C, but my parents didn't make me closer to the chauffeur than the owner, cause I'm self-made me, wrapped in my own enclosure, and there is no closure, only a false composure that gets spooked at the mere thought of coming clean. So I hide in this debris, hopefully clouding the view that you see. Nothing here for you to glean, no bean, no nugget, no dopamine to provide an insight, a new view into your own life. I'm just trying to survive and climb out of my grime. I should be in my prime, but instead I'm stuck inside a time capsule that catapults me headfirst into an actual cloudburst. And from what I can see, it's the middle class that struggle to adapt just like me. We're born and raised to simply graze over the emotional states our lives create. And it's such a shame to be told to behave in a way that makes your real feelings feel fake, because we are made better than most and told to be brave in a way that boasts mind over matter, so we don't cave to the innate chatter that comes like a wave and batters our enclave. God forbid we make our fathers and mothers ashamed. So I went and landed a 9 to 5 with 2 screens, branded myself a person who dreams. His exertion for another agency can grant me my own agency, but somewhere along the line I lost the memo that tells me how to whine, dying in state that I'm fine. I just can't seem to align my unrest with the bigger picture, so I blame the class system and pin my wisdom on something I've never read about or learned. I just need something to divert all this hurt, because my parents never showed concern and simply asserted their firm and stiff upper lip mentality, which is a reality the rest of the world believe comes naturally to every Brit who inhabits these islands. Perhaps I simply never adapted, whether it's the wrong family, generation or class. I'll always be that kid impacted by the way other people around me acted. And so I find myself alone in this office screaming at the walls. It seems like I'm not saying anything with these washed up, well-rehearsed words. I've forgotten what honesty feels like in my verses, and I reverted to rhyming and silly gimmicks of time and rhythm, when my focus should be on the emotions that emerge when I'm submerged in my loneliness and lie on the verge of splurging my truth through this pen and paper. But every time I try, my mind resorts back to rhymes like it's some sort of sport, and the chord is my about my day.